Welcome back to another episode of All the Above Podcast. I got my dog with me, my boy.
Okay.
Tim, what's up, man? How you feeling, dog?
Feeling great, man. God is good. I'm happy to be alive. Happy to be here. Thank God the semester is almost over with.
Amen, bro. Thank God the Cowboys won yesterday. We're getting right into that off the bat.
I ain't gonna lie. See, okay. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Go ahead.
See, I haven't really watched a full season of the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying, in a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's been some years since I actually watched, like, every game, kept up with every game. Because, you feel like you always know the result. You always know the outcome.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. So, between this year and last year, bro, instead of just taking the time out to just watch the games, I would wait till the game over, watch the highlights, and
seriously.
see how we did. So, given yesterday, I wasn't really thinking too much of the game. I should have known it was going to be a good game, whatever the case may be. It always is. But I'm mad that I actually didn't sit down and watch the game. And
bro. That was the game to see.
Yeah, instead waited for the highlights to come out because it was actually a good game. Now, I will say, of course, we can't tell the future. You know what I'm saying? So, when it was 21-0, that was probably
rough.
Yeah, that was probably a moment, like, had I actually been watching the game, I'm like, I know I shouldn't have been watching this, and then turn it off. I probably would have turned it off.
I was about to, I don't even want to say it.
How was you watching it? Like,
bro, I was about to denounce being a Cowboys fan, bro. Like, it got to the point I was like, bro, I'm not even from Dallas. Like, I don't even know why.
Disown them?
Yeah, bro, that's how I was feeling low key. But you got to stay with it at the end of the day. So I'm like, let me go ahead and just keep watching the game, bro. Once I seen Dak throw that, like, 60-yard bomb to George Pickens.
Hey, that was crazy.
Oh, he caught that over two people, like, and then
that was crazy.
I was like, yo, wait a minute. That's some real football here.
Hey, hot topic. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's up with CD. He been dropping a lot of balls. Pause.
Bro.
It's
that was crazy.
Like how he kind of, like, he didn't lose his skill or nothing like that, but he just been tripping lately. But I just say all that to say he had a better season and better outcome, all that, like, last season. It's seeming like when he get the hot, like when he got another receiver, or when it's like the spotlight taken off of him, it's like he kind of like start slacking a little bit.
I was about to ask, you think that got something to do with it?
I don't know. It's like, cause it's definitely like, it's not like he's jealous or like nothing.
No.
That, to where it's like messing up the outcome and, like, the locker room. But given that George is snapping, CD snapping a little less.
Yeah.
So then another thing is people not really going to talk about it, but I seen a story the other day. It said, dang, I don't know which jersey to buy. So now it's going to be like
George
Pickens. Which receiver better on the team. Right now, I love CD.
Me too.
I love CD. And I love 88. You know, me and 88 go way back. If you know, you know. I'm sure you know.
You know.
But I ain't gonna lie, bro. George, he looking like the better Cowboy right now, low key.
Not even a question.
I say.
Not even a question, bro. Like, bro, GP3 been doing his thing. Like, even the game that I saw, I went to the Panthers game, bro. It was just tough to see them do that in person. Like, he just snagging people. I think someone tried to tackle him. He slammed him or whatever. Like, yo, he's just crashing out on the field, bro.
He's different. He's crashing
his energy is there.
A great way, though.
Yeah, like, his energy is there.
So that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. And then as far as, like, for the defense and stuff like that, because I was what I do is to get my full, like, simulation of, like, what it would have been like if I actually watched the game. I'll watch highlights, and then I'll wait till the next day. Then I'll watch first take or something like that. Watch their little, analysis.
Yeah, you got to watch the recap,
Yeah, watch a little recap. So as I'm listening to Stephen A. and them talk, they like, it seems like in week 12, week 11, they actually a team. The Cowboys is actually – Stephen A. said something else that we're going to get to that.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know what he's about to say, bro. You know what he's about to say.
Which I kind of agree. Oh, no, I ain't going to lie, but we're gonna get to that. But they were saying how the defense basically, like, overshone.
Yeah.
He was hurt. You know what I'm saying? And even with us losing Parsons, he was saying...
that was terrible.
He was saying, I don't even want to talk about it.
I don't even know why that happened,
now
bro.
It's like he's just a broken piece, and he's just a lost piece now. I don't even think about Michael no more.
I mean, after yesterday, I'm not thinking about no one else, bro.
Like,
I'm really not.
He was like, Stephen A. was like, I got to give credit to where it's due. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jerry Jones. He lost Micah, but he went and got Kenny Clark, and he went and got
Translation, they got Kevin Durant, but we got Jaden McDaniels. You know, so we gonna do what we gotta do.
Yeah, bro. So it's like he went and got some guys in the trenches that's really like helping, really like showing up. And like I said, with like certain players being hurt and like certain players coming back, they like defense was looking kind of shaky, but now they looking all right. Like
I gotta see it more though. That's the thing.
It's like it be glimpses.
I gotta see it. Yeah, like we can do it. Can we? Yes. But will we? That's the main problem. Right. And like I know you was about to say it, Stephen A was like, I want to see them do good because I don't want to fall off a curb. I want them to fall off a cliff. I want them to fall off the top of the roof. Like he wants us to feel like we're high and mighty just so we can fall down, bro. It happens every year, unfortunately, bro. It happens every single year. But you mentioned something interesting. You said you don't even watch the game no more for real. You watch the highlights. I feel like that's kind of where we are. YouTube is kind of dominating, like, the industry, you know, because if you don't watch that game, you can watch the highlights. Like, why spend about 2 hours, unless it's like a really good game, you really want to watch it. Why do that when you could just watch it on YouTube?
And then,
you know?
Yeah, just like a synopsis of like all the like really major plays or whatever. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my attention span unless it's like an event, like I'm like, you know, we cooking at the crib or something, or it's like you know at the bar, you going to Buffalo Wild Wings, you just enjoying the game with the guys or something like that.
Right.
I really don't find myself sitting down Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon no more, really just like watching football. I feel like my attention span as an NFL fan kind of got shorter. I don't know if it's because it's an NFL fan or if it's because the Cowboys fan, but
could be. I'm gonna say Cowboys. I ain't gonna lie.
Either way, yeah, facts. But I mean, another thing that Stephen A brought up was the fact that Pickens, he had more receiving yards. This just speaks to a testament to the defense. He had more receiving yards than the Eagles' offensive team had receiving after the second half, after the first half, basically.
Yeah, the second half was all Cowboys.
Yeah, so he was like, after they went up 21-0 and they got stopped and they just looked like they was just in a drought, George Pickens had more receiving yards than the whole offensive team.
Bro, he was combined. Frying.
And the fact that we went against Saquon and nothing crazy happened, that don't
we made him fumble. That was crazy.
What, Saquon?
He punched the ball out his hand. I'm sitting here like, bro, that's a clean fumble. Like, no doubt about it. Man, we made him look like, we made him look pedestrian that whole second half.
He looked like me out there.
That whole second half, I was like, yo, like I'm not seeing it, and I was kind of waiting on them to do something because it's the Eagles. You know, I got to give him respect. Saquon is still a great player, but I'm like, but he got to do that. He got to do that against us.
Yeah,
bro. Once I seen that fumble and we got the ball back, I was like, bro, can we win? And then I think they got the ball again. And then we made them fumble. Like I was like, "Yo,
you're not referring to the kickoff. You referring?
No, when they got the kickoff again, and then dude, a hit sticked him.
Yeah,
and he fumbled. I was like, dang, yeah.
You seen the play that Anthem like he was getting.
Mollywop pushed the whole time,
all the way. That's really, that's the definition of never back down, never give up.
Literally, bro. They said coach is gonna have that in the locker room ready, had that film just ready.
Bro, I seen it. I seen on Instagram and stuff like that. I was looking through the comments. It was like, show this to every high school.
That's definitely what they're gonna do.
Now they was like, yeah, because I mean that was a definition. But
that was.
I will say again, bro, CD, bro, he got to get it together, bro. Cause we got the fumble, 4th and goal, and we didn't score off that. I'm watching the highlights.
And Dak did his job that time.
Yeah.
Dak did his job. He threw it right at his hands, bro. I'm watching it slip right through his hands, and I'm like, psh. And you know, Stephen A. Smith was just ready to make fun of the Cowboys, ready to make fun of Dak. And then, I mean, we seen him. We seen him. He's singing right in front of us, oh, the Cowboys not going to do anything. Like, when we went to Cleveland, he had the energy. You know, he was telling them, he told Cleveland that LeBron is just, you know, not better than Jordan. He seemed like he's he's going to be on a tangent no matter where he's at, bro. Matter of fact, how was that experience for you going to Cleveland? For those who don't know, backstory, we're both in NABJ. And you're on the E-board of NABJ, right?
Yes, sir. Shout out to E-board. Shout out to NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists, by the way.
How do you feel like you've grown in that org?
With my position in the E-board, I'm the assistant production manager of our org, and that's basically like we do things called NSU, NABJ NSU News Flash, which is like what we do. Like, well, okay, let me start over. In Norfolk State University, shout out to them, I guess.
Gotta shout out NSU Green and Gold.
We have a TV studio, you know what I'm saying, actually in Brown, which is one of our mass con buildings. So with that being said, or it uses that TV studio to do simulation of newscasts. And with our major being the major that we in, when we graduate and we move on, it's not more so that the job field is looking for. That's definitely another thing to talk about too. We can get in that too, but it's not so more so that they're looking for resumes, but they're looking for reels to show what you can actually do.
Experience.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
The whole purpose of that is basically for anybody that's trying to get into TV, trying to be on TV, trying to do sports journaling, trying to news report, or really just be a TV anchor, anything of that case. When you get out and you apply, and let's say 13 News Now, they ask you, what can you do? You can actually show them, oh, yeah, hey, I haven't necessarily worked at a station, but at Norfolk State, you know what I'm saying, I have a few clips of me doing our school's newscast.
Exactly.
So that definitely helps. And then with me and, with some of my goals that I want to get into, I don't necessarily want to work in news, but I want to be a producer of, TV, film, and entertainment. So with that being said, and with my position in the e-board, we got to write scripts for those newscasts, and of course you have to know how to work the equipment, and just really your people skills as well. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
In those
100%.
rooms, I say it like this: when I'm a general body member, basically of a org or whatever the case is, you don't really realize what kind of goes in behind it to get the general body members there. You kind of just show up, and that's that. So I never really looked at it, from an outside perspective. But then meeting with the advisor or having different talks to talk about these events or all these things that you're doing. Like I said, it was once upon a time, it was stuff I was just showing up to. So now now I'm actually having a chance to help make it happen so that other people like me can show up too. So I say it definitely taught me a lot. And I say in the long run, it can help me professionally for sure.
Absolutely, bro. I'm seeing you in these rooms, bro. You doing your thing, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
For sure, bro. And I'm happy to see the growth, because I see you doing your thing, you're grinding, and it's it's the duality of it. You can still do your thing, chill, hang out, but you still going to get your work done at the end of the day, bro. How would you handle, how do you balance it for real? Because, in school, it's a lot of distractions, but it's a party right now. So you can do whatever you want. Sure. How do you, balance it?
To be honest, like you said, I know people probably heard about keeping the main thing. And then, like you said, in college, it definitely is a lot of distractions, and it's more so nobody telling you what you can do, what you can't. And you kind of, what I'm saying, you just free.
I'm a grown man, can do what I want to do, right?
And I ain't gonna say you definitely take advantage of that. But then at the end of the day, you just realize it's for me, I realize why is it that I'm here. Yes, true. I'm here to some people they lie. They be like, I didn't come to college to have fun. That would be a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
College is fun, bro.
That's not true.
College is fun.
You know what I'm saying? So I came to college to get your education, yes. But I came to college to get an education, to make connections, to build friendships, to have fun here and there. But like you said, to your point, it's still to stay on the top of your stuff.
You got to keep the balance.
Yeah, no cap. But when you trying to keep all of those things in balance, like I said, it's really more so about bringing it back to the point. Back to the point. Okay, it's this party that I'm at, or yesterday I was at this party. But mind you, I am still in college so that I can get further in life, or I'm still in college so that I can meet these professionals or whatever the case is. So I just always bring it back to the main thing. I still keep the side thing aside, but you just gotta be able to differentiate within yourself what's the side and what's the main. So I say that's kind of my.
I get that, yeah. It's crazy because when you it's I realize that when I try to focus so much on school, sometimes it's I don't really get it done because I might get burnt out. So it's I kind of need just a little bit of social time, a little bit of free time and everything. I need a party a little bit just to keep that balance, because it's I feel when I party too much, that's going to be a bad thing. You're going to get nothing done. But you might burn out if you're doing it the opposite way. So, it really is just what works for the person. Because I was dang, I'm trying to focus on so much on this and it's working, but then it's like then I'm tired of stuff like that. So then I was like, let me just go out and do what I do. And then the grades was good and everything, so I'm like, shoot, like that's sometimes you gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying, do the both. But I also feel like connections, like what you said, that's really been like the most important thing I've realized. Connections, like how to talk to people, like reading the room for sure. You know, like talking to the right people lead you like in the right places, bro. Like literally just shoot. I forgot how we met. We was outside somewhere.
That's a great. If I remember correctly, because now it's like 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
I think, bro, like Welcome Week, they was just hosting. You know, you always having parking lot parties and stuff like that. So I really think, honestly, it was that.
That's exactly what it was.
I think it was that. I think, and then with us being, and that's another thing too. You get in college and you realize you start to find a lot of people with like that's like-minded and that's common interest. So we were both. Because if we're not sociable, or if we weren't outgoing people, or whatever the case is, we would have never met. In the first place.
We wouldn't even be here right now.
Yeah, we wouldn't even be here.
It's crazy.
But like, I guess both of us, we just decided, hey, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's the first week. It's like, you know, the first like go get week or whatever. You know,
it's like why not?
No
why not
so
just go outside, see what's going on?
So that's literally what we thought. So I guess we just bumped into each other. You know what I'm saying? And after one of those parking lot parties, I not want to go in the house after everybody was inside. And the rest is history.
Nah, literally, bro, just going outside. And it's crazy because people think NSU is a party school. I feel like we don't even party like that. Like, I feel like ODU really be throwing more parties to me because they have all the house parties. Not really on campus, but like the house parties be crazy. So you go and it's a house party right here. You go down the street, it's another house party. We really chilling. I don't even know why we really have that type of stigma to us.
Yeah, I don't know where that got from. I'm not gonna
I think it's because we're HBCU.
Definitely.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's really the PWIs. It's like it's sneaky the PWIs though because that's a whole nother conversation.
They know how to party, bro.
Yeah, they know they got different
lit,
frats, all that other stuff. You know what HBCUs is only. That's a mighty fact. I don't even know. That's not even a conversation. You got to think about it. At HBCUs, you only have the D9. At PWIs, you have D9, and then you got a W9.
W9?
We're going to call that white 9. I don't know.
I was like, what? I was going to go with, I'm like, that what it's called? I ain't know.
It's not. But basically all the other stuff that I know nothing about, they have both worlds. So I'm really trying to figure out how do people come to the common consensus that HBCUs just party way more. That's not even, and PWIs are bigger.
Yeah.
So I don't know who doing the math and who believe who when they said that, but they need to recheck the stats, man, because it don't add up for real. Because ODU and
they're gonna get that stigma regardless.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
they're gonna say it's us.
I don't know, because they definitely have. They be having stuff going on.
No, they do. And they have fun, though. They have a whole lot of fun. Like, I can't say that their party's lame or, like, people arguing. Like, for the most part, they be actually lit.
Yeah, they be pretty safe.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Pretty safe.
Now, in this college experience, right? So, do you feel like it's better, we just talked about parties, to get a girl or to just stay single, you feel me, and just party, you do whatever you want to do? Because I feel like, personally, if you got the right one, like you gotta know. You know what I mean?
How do you know? They say, how do you know?
You gotta know. You gotta watch. Low key.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, to keep it a buck, it can go both ways. Like some people, they can be so distracted by having multiple interests or whatever the case is, to the point to where they need a girl.
Right. One person will do them better.
You know, that one focus on to keep them for whatever, and that helps them focus. If they just got one girl to worry about, that low-key helps them focus and stay on top.
Less stress, less drama, less.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But on the other token, also, you know, the more common thing that you hear is, I can't have a girlfriend because that's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot of
it's
time.
a lot of risk.
It's a lot of
risk.
You
never know. You don't know what's happening.
You never know.
It's a whole lot, bro.
It's a lot to come with it. So it's like, it depends on who you are as a person, honestly. Like I said, some people, it can help them focus more, and some people, they don't even get into that because they already know that that's going to take all their focus away. So it depends on the person. Me personally, from I say experiencing both having a girl and not having a girl.
Yeah.
I would say I definitely don't need a girl. You know what I'm saying? As you going through college, because it definitely does take a lot out of you. And sometimes it depends on the type of guy you are. You know what I'm saying? But
so you don't think it depends on the girl, or you think it's still the guy?
Both. It takes two to tango.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying, regardless.
Yeah.
But I know I would say I wouldn't get no girl in college because, you know, it does take it took away from my focus. It took away from my focus.
It does, bro.
And now I feel like more locked in and like things like that, because, you know, I'm only worrying about myself now. You know what I'm saying? When you in a relationship, you kind of worry about you and the other person. So that's my
In other words, y'all, he's on the market. That's what he's telling you.
In a more professional way. Yeah, I'm on the market, but you know what I'm saying? We still we still focus. We still focus. So I got a little bit of time, but I need some time for me too. You know? Yeah.
Literally though, because it's like, bro, we only do this one time. You know, you could always go back to college and everything like that, but like each day you only have that day. You feel me? Like you can only do things one time. You could do it over, but that first time you do it, you know, one time. Correct. So it's like you gotta really like decide what's best for you. Like sometimes if a girl is good, do that. If it's not, you know, don't do that. But also you can't let something like hold you back. You know, you can be distracted. I mean, you can be like you said, you can focus on one girl so you don't have to go out and do whatever you want to do and stuff like that. But like, you know, if you like, yo, I want to go to this event, I want to do this, that, and the third, and your girl or your guy could be like, nah, I don't want you doing that. It's like, dang, like, what if I'm just trying to network? Like,
yeah, now you can't. Yeah, that's
like it's
thing, like,
you feel me?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I want to ask you a question actually, since you
Go
said,
ahead, bro. I'm in the hot seat.
Yeah, you in the hot seat. So you were saying that basically, if you have a good girl, then good girl. If she's not good for you, then So what do you think, or what do you feel like what makes a good girl, and how do you know if that girl is good?
Man, I feel like you gotta actually you gotta literally watch everything she does, bro. Everything she does, bro. You gotta watch everything, because it's like every little thing. Like, I believe, like, people do everything kind of the same, just in small facets. So, like, if someone might half-ass something here, they might half-ass something there. Or they might tell, like, a little lie right here. They might tell, like, they might tell, like, a bigger lie over there, you know? So, it's like, you got to watch that. And also, what are they doing for themselves? You know, like, what is your partner really trying to do, like, for themselves? Or, you know, are they holding you down? You feel me? Are they holding you down? Are they being loyal to you? Do you feel like you can be your best self with that person? You know, but I feel like just be like who you want to be with who you want to be with, bro. At the end of the day, be with who you want to be with.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay. That's real.
Because it's like some people like people that's outside. Some people like people that's like secluded, don't really do nothing. Hey, if you like that person, you know you like that person.
That's facts. And then another thing I also say is you gotta know, kind of like low key.
Right.
You gotta know, kind of like low key, when to let things go, or like when you feel like things not for you, or kind of like the time low key has extended. So like I can say, for instance, when I was in a relationship, for the time being, you know, you didn't feel like it was holding you down, holding you back. And I'm just now realizing I said like those 2 points because I literally felt like those 2 points. It was one point in time where I was like, yeah, bet, let me get a girl. And I'm happy that I got the girl because it makes me more focused. It's locking me in more. It's doing this, it's doing that. But I know you probably heard about, like, you know, that honeymoon phase. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
After
that's a real thing, bro. You start feeling like you about to spend the rest of your life with this one person.
That's definitely what it felt like.
You like, where you been at?
That's definitely how I felt in, like, the first, 3-4 months. But, you know, after that, you know, kind of like...
You went through the I hate my girlfriend stage?
Yeah.
I feel like once you get past that level, that's when, like, the real relationships start.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what makes or breaks the relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you can get past
Right.
I hate my girlfriend stage. That's how you know y'all real.
Like you said, you don't gotta force it. You
Yeah,
know,
no
but
cap.
yeah.
And then it's about, yeah, like I said, like I really felt really locked in, more focused. But as time went on, I started feeling the latter that I gave you, which was, dang, now I'm in a relationship. There's all these responsibilities that I have. I'm realizing that it's kind of taking away more time for me. So it was something that wasn't holding me down. Now it's kind of holding me down.
Subconsciously, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
yeah.
and then with that being said, you gotta know when something isn't working for you no more.
Yeah, sometimes people better as friends, you know?
That too.
Like, sometimes they don't even got to go all the way there.
Yeah. And sometimes they better off staying as enemies too.
Say how it is.
You can't be friends with everybody. You can't be
that's a
friends with
fact.
everybody after. I would say I definitely couldn't be friends like after. But
sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
you friends at all.
yeah. Sometimes
Like, I don't
you
even want to see you, bro.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's all, you know what I'm saying? All love, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I say I'm definitely glad that I got to again experience both.
100%.
Without like my freshman year coming in, I didn't have a girlfriend, so kind of got to, just be in college, and then I kind of felt a taste what it tastes like to feel like to be locked in.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, kind of post now, I'm kind of like you said, back on the market. But not
back out there.
but not back on the market and all that. But just being free and doing the thing. I got a taste of like both worlds. So they both worlds. They're different worlds for sure. I can say, but like we were saying, it just kind of depends on the person.
What are some of the stereotypes about college that you feel like could be false? And what do you feel like people do need to know about school? Because, like, I feel like the stigma with it is like, why should you go? What's the point? What am I really going to do? Depths. I'm not going to lie, I was kind of thinking like that, too. But it's like, coming here, you start to realize a whole lot more. You start to really grow, like, socially. And then, to me, I'll say my mind is broadened. I started just seeing a whole lot more and just thinking things from like a bigger perspective. So what would you feel like is something that's, could be false? Or what would you say to people that's like think about going or not sure,
Or like that kind of even proves true?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. I'll definitely say a lot of things that I heard before college coming in that I didn't know was true. And to actually, like you just said, I'm kind of living through it. And now I actually, what they say, I understand it now.
Yeah, I understand it now.
Yeah, I understand it now. So, like, for one, with your network being your net worth, that's definitely something that I heard in high school. And coming to college, I didn't understand it until now that I know. Like, your network and, again, the type of connection, the people you come across, they can really get you places. You know what I'm saying? And that goes into another point of what I was saying. It's not about what you know, but it's about who you know. That's something that definitely, another thing that I heard, and it proved to be true in college as well. You know what I'm saying? It, like, even as far as, like, applying yourself, people say there's no point in going to college and this, that, and the third. Especially they say certain majors. Like, they would say mass communicate. Like, people ask me many times before, what you even do in a mass communications major? Y'all just talk to people. Something like that. Again, there's a difference between facts, but it's a difference between going to school and coming to school and just going instead of going to school and coming and then like applying yourself and actually doing things with it. So with that being said, I also heard that when you graduate, it's not more so about the degree that you graduated with, but what exactly did you do while you was getting your degree. So like for instance, if you didn't do nothing, you wasn't really involved in college, but then you walk the stage and you get your you get your plat, you get your degree, all that good stuff. They're not really looking at the fact that you graduated with a sociology degree. They're gonna look at the fact that you graduated with a sociology degree, but you also was doing this that has to do with sociology, like maybe you volunteered with a social worker or something like that, or maybe
I definitely say go for that stuff, bro.
Yeah,
like
I
ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when you do it, you realize it's not as hard. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It can actually be easy to do. People just gotta like apply. Also, just be in the right places. Like you said, your network. You just gotta get yourself out there. Sometimes it's hard to find these like groups though. That'd be the the problem with it.
That is too. That's even that. I say it's definitely about staying open. And then that's another thing I learned in college too. Staying open and being open to try new things. Don't just put yourself up to one box. Because if you do that, again, you don't know what you're missing out on. So with me, just being open to just trying new things and doing, like, I've been doing different things I never really would have even thought. Like, for instance, I never thought about a radio. Radio.
Right. A fact, maybe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now I study at a radio station.
Exactly.
Even as far as, like, my major, I mentioned how I want to become a TV and film producer, making movies and whatnot. But when I first came into college, I didn't even know that you could really get into film with this degree, with this major. I came to college to basically be Stephen A. Smith. I wanted to make it to ESPN and work as a sports broadcaster, hopefully being able to make it on TV and all that. That was my only goal. But as I got in college and from my freshman to junior year, that kind of switched around.
For real, bro, because you start to realize there's so many different majors. Like, I did not know about all these majors and all this stuff, and then this degree and that degree. I had no idea. Like, it's weird how, like, when you get there, that's when they tell you. Even like how they was telling us in Cleveland, bro. Like, when we talking to people, we trying to get these different jobs, and I'm like, so, you know, when can we apply? And she was like, all right, so since I already know you, you can apply, like, in June. That's when it'll be open. Just go ahead, like, you know, get that pretty much. So if you're not already there, how do you know? Right. Like, it's kind of unfair in a way. You feel me? It's because it's like, dang, how you even supposed to know?
Nah, facts.
So it's interesting, but that's why you really just gotta, like, get immersed in it, because you feel me, you never know. And people don't get places by accident, you know. Sometimes this, like you said, who you know, or nepotism, this, that, and the third. But, you know, it's always different ways to just get to that path.
Yeah, facts. And then another thing too, really, as far as, like, spreading the wealth, like, and which that can be the tricky thing sometimes with being in HBCUs, because, you know, HBCUs is basically a whole big black family. And, you know, in some instances, in some cases, where you think about black people and just how we are as a whole, you think of how sometimes people can be stingy, or they don't really want to put somebody on, or whatever the case is. And then other times, people look at it as, oh, yeah, we black. I got to look out for you. I got to do this. I got to do that. So to your point, what you were saying about basically if you're not already there, how do you know?
Exactly.
It's up to the people that are already there to
reach back.
To reach back out and
100%.
let you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's students here, or it's students that's a year older than me. I'm a junior. Or, you know, they're a senior, and then they're doing different things. But instead of them basically essentially gatekeeping and being like, yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah. You know, they'll actually, like, let you know how they got into the certain opportunities they gotten into. Or they'll send you, you know, scholarships for this, or they'll send you applications for this. So it's really up to us, you know what I'm saying? It is. Basically feed back into each other. And some of us want to and some of us don't. But that's basically a whole nother black, you know, stigma, black stereotype
that's a whole other thing for a whole other episode, bro. Because we got to get back into that. Because it's true. But one thing I can say that I'm happy about, I haven't really experienced too much gatekeeping here. Like, it seemed like everyone here, they just going to, you know, show you, let you know what it is, tell you how they can help. Like, it's actually tough to see. I ain't going to lie. It seemed like, yeah, like, it really seemed like everyone's here just for, like, a common goal, and they trying to push that the next person, you know?
Yeah. And that's how it's supposed to be. But, you know, it's not always like that. But luckily, like you said, because I definitely agree. I feel the same way. It's not been many times where I've asked, can I look over to see what somebody doing, or can I, you know, shadow them? Because, you know, I'm thinking about getting into it, and they just told me no. They just, like,
brush you off and all that.
Yeah, like, you know, if you let people know that you want an opportunity, or that you're interested in, at least in, like, doing what they're doing, like, as long as you show them basically that you serious, that's a big thing. As long as you show them that you serious and that you actually willing to, like, put in the work, then they'll look out for you. And then as long as you do what you need to do, they'll continue to look out for you. So
100%.
I agree.
100%, man. I just want to thank you for coming here, as always.
Of course.
You know, anytime you want to come back, let me know. You're welcome back. Any last words? Anything else you got to say?
Shoot. We started off with God is good, so we're going to end off with God is good. Hopefully, Cowboys continue on this win streak. They probably will actually continue. You know what? Stephen, they said it. We're going to continue on a win streak, more than likely. But their playoff season going to come. And
you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you never know
playoffs,
what's gonna
bro.
happen. So instead of me saying this is our year, I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna wait to see if it's our year. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I'm gonna say we run the division at this point.
Yeah,
like,
at least that.
at least we beat the Giants, the Commanders, and the Eagles. You know, we on top right now, bro. And sometimes, you know, I'm gonna be real as a Cowboys fan. This is the best we might get. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hate to say it. I hope we can do better in the playoffs. This might be the best we could get, man. We done won a Super Bowl.
Nah, facts. We might not be Super Bowl champions, but we NFC East champions.
Hey, I appreciate you for coming by.